Charean Williams covers the NFL for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. She joins us tonight. Lots of NFL issues to get to, but let's talk a little football. First of all, the Cowboys even their record at 1-1 with the win at Tennessee, and they ran the football. You think they'll stick with running the football?
Boy, Mike, they sure need to. That formula worked very, very well. You know, they had 220 rushing yards. DeMarco Murray's the leading rusher in the NFL right now. If they can keep that up, keep him healthy, and play the type of defense they're playing right now, and I don't know if they can do that or not, but they're 14th in the NFL. I don't think any of us thought they'd be at that point right now. If they can do those two things, this is going to be a pretty good ball club as the year goes on.
Tony Romo, though, still doesn't look right, I don't think. What do you see when you look at number 9?
Well, it's the same thing you see. You know, I think there's still him trying to get back into it. Now, whether that's rust or whether it's something that we have to worry about, Cowboys fans have to worry about, I think that's what we're going to find out. And that's kind of what Cowboys fans should be worried about at this point, that back doesn't look right. And again, maybe it's just rust. Maybe he just needs to play a little bit more, getting a little bit of a rhythm and all that sort of thing. But if they can continue to run the ball, that's going to take some of that pressure off him. But eventually there's going to be a game that's going to come down to him making plays, and he's going to have to make those throws down the field, which we haven't seen that so far.
Let's get to these issues off the field facing the NFL. Adrian Peterson activated by the Vikings today in spite of the fact that he does face child abuse charges. Were you surprised that Minnesota made that move?
I was a little bit. You know, they did the right thing initially. I know they didn't have a lot of time to look at it and think about it and said, all right, we've got to sit this guy, even though he's a star player. And we've seen this around the league where, you know, if it's a lesser player, they cut him right away. With him, they sat him. At least they sat him and kind of looked at the evidence and what was going on, and now they're going to play him. So, you know, it's hard to judge what they're doing. I like that they sat him last week. Now he's playing. Is that the right decision? I don't know. You know, I would like to see him sit him, but I understand why they're playing him too.
Bad few weeks, obvious. Terrible month for the league. Ray Rice, Greg Hardy, Ray McDonald, all either charged or in Hardy's case already convicted in domestic violence cases. Roger Goodell has been inconsistent in his punishment, to say the least. Do you think the commissioner survives this turmoil?
I don't. I like him. I really hope he didn't see that videotape beforehand. I wish he could continue to be commissioner, but I just think he's lost all credibility with this Ray Rice case and what's gone on. You know, to give him 2 games at the forefront, and then we have seen nothing else. What we heard is the same thing we saw on video, and then to change that to an indefinite suspension and change course like that, I don't know. I just don't think he has any credibility with the players, with the public. I think he's going to have to move on, and they're going to have to find a new commissioner. What better name out there, though, than Condoleezza Rice to send a message and to hire her, and I think she would be a great commissioner. Do I think that happens? No, but I think that would send a great message to the NFL, and I think she would be a great NFL commissioner if Roger Goodell does step down.
You've covered the league for 21 years. Have you ever seen a tougher time than now for the NFL?
No. You know, I can't think. I was trying to think the other night of events that maybe have overshadowed the game. There haven't been very many of them. You know, you think back, 9/11 certainly did. Hurricane Katrina probably did. A couple events like that, but there haven't been many things like this where we're talking about the off-the-field stuff.
And they're caused by members of the league.
Absolutely, not external factors. This is the first time I can ever remember this happening. It's been a really tough week and a half for the NFL, and the question is, are they going to survive it? You know, we all thought they were Teflon. Baseball thought they were Teflon. Nothing could hurt them. The steroids didn't hurt them. Nothing's hurt them. This could hurt them. Do I think it will? I don't know. I think they probably get over it. I think it's big enough that they probably get over all this. It's going to be up to fans to keep coming to games, keep buying tickets, keep paying for that parking, and it's going to be up to advertisers if they stick behind them. If any of those go away, then, you know, this league's going to have to change.
Somehow, I think if people are still allowed to gamble on games and play fantasy football, the league's going to be all right. Let's talk about the Hall of Fame. Of course, you're a Hall of Fame voter and very influential in the Hall of Fame here. From a local standpoint, the initial list of candidates comes out tomorrow, right? What intrigues you about this?
Well, you look at the first-time eligible candidates, and Kurt Warner's certainly on there. I don't think he gets in first ballot Hall of Famer. I do think he will be well discussed. I think he'll be on the list of finalists. I think the 2 first-time eligibles who get into the Hall of Fame are Junior Seau and Orlando Pace, 2 of the best ever at their positions. Linebacker for Junior Seau and tackle for Orlando Pace. So I think those are the 2 guys you look at on that initial list and say, all right, right, these two first-time eligibles are going in. Who else is going in?
All right. Lots to talk about in the NFL. Charean Williams from the Star Telegram. Thanks very much.
Thanks.